Buenos dias from the Irish Channel. This is the Rorschach Spain update from the 7th of August, 2025. Quick summary of what's going down in Spain. First story this week, a wave of Spanish right-wing politicians have been revising their CVs after admitting to false or exaggerated academic claims. It all began when Noelia Núñez of the Partido Popular, or PP, never completed her double degree, at least the double degree that she pretended she had. She apologized and resigned, triggering a trend of politicians from a couple of parties correcting or removing degrees from their official records. Tuesday the 5th, Ana Milán, another PP politician, downgraded her degree to a diploma, while on Sunday the 3rd, Vox's Ignacio Higuera resigned after it was revealed that he didn't have a marketing degree because the university did not, in fact, offer that course at the time. Jose Maria Angel, whom we spoke about last week, also stepped down over a fake degree this month. Two major fires, one in Tarifa in the south, another in Galicia in the northeast, are causing serious concern this week. On Tuesday the 5th, the motorhome caught fire, forcing over 1,500 people to be evacuated around the Tarifa area from hotels, campsites, and beach bars during peak tourist season. Over 5,000 vehicles were also forced to move out of the fire's path. In Galicia, northwestern Spain, fires in Camariñas and Ponteceso are raging, prompting evacuations and emergency alerts. Officials have said they believe these fires were intentionally set. Keeping with the heat this week, Spain has been facing another intense heat wave with extreme temperatures threatening public health across the country. On Monday, the 4th, an 85-year-old man in Badajoz passed away from heat stroke, marking the first fatality of August. The National Statistics Institute reported that July ranked among Spain's deadliest months for heat-related deaths, recording over 1,000 fatalities, a 57% increase from the same period of last year, which had 630. So far in 2025, high temperatures have caused over 3,000 deaths, surpassing all of 2024's total. 9 regions remain on high alert, with temperatures reaching 42 degrees centigrade, which is 108 degrees Fahrenheit, in Badajoz and Jaén, and 38 degrees centigrade, or 100 degrees Fahrenheit, in Madrid. Next, on Wednesday, the 6th, former Spanish King Juan Carlos I finally repaid over 4 million euros of loans he received to settle his tax debts in Spain. Juan Carlos I abdicated in 2014 due to declining popularity, health issues, public pressure, allowing his son Felipe VI to restore and modernize the Spanish monarchy. To pay off his debts, he used the income he earned while living in the United Arab Emirates since his abdication in 2011, including profits from documentary rights and commercial deals. Turning to housing, according to a report released on Tuesday the 5th by the National Statistics Institute, Spain's housing market is booming despite high prices and limited supply. The first half of 2025, nearly 358,000 homes were sold, the highest figure in almost 18 years. This amount marks a 20% increase compared to the same period in 2024. Secondhand homes dominated the market, making up about 80% of the sales, as new construction remains scarce. Although new homes rose to 30%, they still represent just 20% of the total transactions. Experts warn the lack of new housing could push prices even higher, especially with limited land, rising construction costs, and labor shortages. Travel news, Ryanair is facing disruptions as ground handling staff at its subsidiary Azul Handling are planning strikes over poor working conditions. On Tuesday the 5th, UGT and CGT unions representing workers from Azul Handling called for strikes will start on Friday the 15th of August, continuing every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday until the end of 2025. Strikes will occur during key travel hours as the unions accuse Ryanair of unstable job creation, unfair treatment of part-time workers, pressure to work extra hours, ignoring rulings on pay and benefits, and limiting workers' rights after medical leave. Continuing with airlines, on Friday the 1st, Air France-KLM ended talks to acquire a stake at Spain's Air Europa, citing undisclosed reasons, though insiders suggest disagreements over valuation and control. Air Europa now reportedly is exploring a stake in TAP Air Portugal, another key southern European carrier. Future of Spanish airline is still up in the air. In financial news, on Wednesday the 6th, Banco Sabadell shareholders unanimously approved the sale of its UK subsidiary TSB to Banco Santander for at least 3 billion euros. Sabadell had bought TSB in 2015 for just under 2 billion euros. The decision comes as Sabadell faces a hostile takeover bid from BBVA. TSB, a key UK mortgage lender, was central to Sabadell's defense strategy against the takeover. By selling it, Sabadell aims to simplify operations and cut international exposure. However, the BBVA bid has triggered tension with the European Commission, which has warned Spain over its attempts to fully control the merger terms. Northeast, where hunters in Girona, Catalunya have developed a new mobile app called InfoCasa to improve safety during hunting season from mid-September to early February. The app geolocates hunting activities in real time, allowing hikers, cyclists, and other nature users to avoid active hunting zones. Developed by a local tech company, the app shows where and when hunts are happening and will be fully operational from the 7th of September. Hunting groups can log the start and end of hunts and record the number of animals captured, which helps streamline data reporting to the government. Over to the capital, according to an article by news outlet El País released on Monday the 4th, local residents are fed up with traffic restrictions, which have started to affect not only their lives, but the city's infrastructure. People say they've been struggling for weeks because of many simultaneous construction projects and infrastructure improvements. The reason, supposedly, is that the city is working on tunnels, expanding its metro system, and resurfacing over 250 streets this August. In particular, the A5 tunnel work has split neighborhoods like Batan, where people feel isolated and worry about poor public transport. The A5 now has only 4 lanes instead of 8, and this will last until November 2026. Residents have asked for better communication and more involvement in planning, while the regional council has requested that people plan their routes before traveling because of these disruptions. Look into the skies. On Tuesday the 5th, the central government created a special committee to manage the 3 upcoming solar eclipses in 2026, 7, and 8. The aim of these committees is to ensure the events go off without a hitch, ensuring public safety and transport, as the rare astronomical events will attract tourists and scientists, causing large crowds and logistical challenges. Total solar eclipse on the 12th of August 2026 is particularly unique, being the first visible in Spain since 1905 and will be seen from many cities in the north. Second eclipse is on the 2nd of August 2027, will be visible mainly in the south. Finally, people across much of southern and eastern Spain will be able to witness an annular eclipse on the 26th of January 2028. Finishing with a musical note, Albolodui, a small village in southern Spain's Almeria province with fewer than 600 inhabitants, but almost every single one of the village plays a musical instrument. The town has earned the nickname the Village of Musicians. Over 65 residents belong to the municipal band, La Mezquita, and more than 80 study at the local music school. Music connects all generations of Albolodui. Even those who have moved away return to rehearse and play. The village band dates back over 120 years and was revived in 1982. Since then, the band has grown and performs at many local events, especially during Holy Week processions. To learn more about this musical town, check out the link in the show notes. And that's it for this week. Did you know that we have lots of other updates? We've got non-country updates, the Arctic and the multilateral shows, as well as country updates, a selection of countries from across the world. Check the list in the show notes. Hasta la próxima.